She was always busy with small things, mending nets, grinding pepper, braiding her daughter's hair. She was not the kind of person stories were told about. She did not speak at gatherings. When the village debated whether to move inland away from the floods or stay near the fishing grounds, Adeze listened from the back and said nothing. But Adeze kept a lamp. It was clay, simple, with palm oil that needed refilling every 3 days. She lit it each evening at the same hour and placed it in her window that faced the forest path. This was the path the night traders used, coming back late from distant markets. The path where children sometimes lost their way playing. The path everyone avoided after dark because of its loneliness. "Why do you waste good oil?" her sister asked. "Those traders carry their own lamps." "Sometimes they don't," Adeze said, and she kept lighting it. Years passed this way. The lamp became part of the village's night, noticed by no one, except when it wasn't there. Then one season, a sickness came that made people afraid of each other. It spread through breath and touch, and the healthy began to avoid the sick. Families painted marks on their doors to show who was afflicted inside. The night traders stopped coming. The path grew dark. The elders said anyone who touched the sick would carry death home to their children. They said the sick should be left alone until they recovered, or until they didn't. They said this was wisdom, not cruelty. Most people agreed, or at least said nothing against it. Adeze's lamp stayed dark for 3 nights. On the 4th night, her daughter asked, "Why don't you light it anymore?" "There's no one on the path," Adeze said. But that wasn't true. Every evening she heard sounds from the marked houses. Coughing, crying, someone calling weakly for water. The sick were still there. They were just supposed to be invisible now. On the 5th night, Adeze's hands trembled as she filled the lamp. Her sister saw her and said, "Don't be foolish. What will you do? Carry water to every sick house? You'll die, and then who will raise your daughter?" "I don't know what I'll do," Adeze said. "Then why light it?" Adeze looked at the lamp, at the oil waiting, at her own shaking hands. She didn't have an answer that made sense. She was afraid of the sickness, afraid of leaving her daughter alone, afraid that whatever she did wouldn't matter anyway. But she thought about what it meant when the lamp was dark. It meant the path was forgotten. It meant the people in those houses were already dead to the village, whether their hearts still beat or not. "I don't know," she said again, and lit the lamp. She didn't run to the sick houses. She didn't make speeches or call others to join her. She simply placed the lamp in the window, and then, because it seemed like the next thing to do, she filled a bucket with water and carried it to the nearest marked door. She left it there and walked away. The next night, she did the same, and the next. Other people noticed. Some said she was foolish. Some said she was brave. Adeze didn't think she was either. She was mostly just tired and still afraid. Every evening she stood before the lamp and thought about not lighting it. Every evening her hands shook as she struck the flint. But here is what happened. A young man who had been afraid saw the lamp burning and thought, "If that small light is still there, maybe it's not time to give up yet." He began leaving food at the marked doors. Then his mother joined him. Then others. Not many, but some. The sickness passed, as sicknesses do. Some recovered. When it was over, life in the village continued much as before. No one made Adeze a chief. No songs were sung about her. At gatherings, she still sat in the back and said nothing. Her hands stayed busy with small things, mending nets, grinding pepper, braiding her daughter's hair. But the lamp burns anyway, and the path is not dark. And that is all the story she has to tell.